If this time the electricity is gone, I'm also gone. Okay, I don't know what is happening. It's just coming and going. And shit is shit. By the way, what I was saying, I would love to reply to Suzivan just before completing this. This is not all about talking about Jews and Hamas. It's all about the situation right now in this world is happening. Okay, as a human being, I don't support it. I'm not going to say this because I'm Muslim. No, it's not about that. It's all about the children. I don't support the children should be starved. By the way, I didn't bring this to my life never. I try to avoid this type of things, but when my mentor, which I believe that he's my mentor, ICT himself, Michael J. Huddleston, he started this conversation in his tweet. I replied him, as well as I think that it's my duty to talk about this a bit about this top. I mean these things in my life. Okay, that is why I just told that I don't support Hamas. I don't support Palestine people. I don't support Jewish people. I'm not against those people. I'm all against these children, the starvation of these children. That's all I would love to say. And I think that everyone should think deeply. Okay, what is happening? They should think deeply. Enough is enough. Like 20 months is happening. Nobody complained, but now the ally country as well, like the European country, most of the people in America, they're just going against this starvation. This this you know it's unacceptable. So I don't think so. ICT as a mentor where like million of the people support him, he should say something that is controversy. Okay? I don't think so it's a good idea for him to bring this type of controversial topics to his community. I'm strongly against him. Okay, so there can be some conflict. I can hate some people, I can love some people, but I should not bring the topics to my community, and I should not put my opinion to other or to the followers who are following me. I don't support these things. So that is why I just bring these topics over here to my life. I support the children, not the Hamas, not the Palestinian people, not the Jewish people, not the Israeli, no the Arab world, not the Western world, nothing, none of them. But I support the children. They are absolutely innocent. They have no guilty. Okay, they don't have any problem with this hatred world. Okay, I hate Jews, Jews hate Muslim, Muslim hate Christians, Christian hate Muslims. I don't care about that. I am growing man. I'm a growing man. I'm older man. I can have this type of things on my mind. I have some negativity, I have some positivity, but children's, they are innocent. They should not be starved to death. I don't support this. So Sujivan, I really uh, I know that you told this as a joke, but I just would love to say you that I really don't care about myself. All I care, I'm against this starvation. Okay, this killing children. I'm against them. Okay, I don't want to take this too much longer. I really didn't support the way ICT himself bring these topics in his Twitter, in his community. I didn't support it. I just told him that I respect his views. I also respect the way he told that he's gonna end this conversation against the Muslim people. I really I respect his views, okay, but I don't think so. It was a good idea to bring this to his community. And again, free these children. Just free these children. They are innocent. Whatever. This is the I'm very near to 9:30 open. This is the weekly chart for Nasdaq. But before coming to this chart, I have to come here to the calendar, which I'm going to use Forex Factory calendar. And in this calendar, I'll be able to see the medium impact news. I have just customized this. So medium impact news and red folder news. So all of the day, I can see that there is either the medium impact news or the red impact news. More importantly, on Friday, we have non-farm payroll. I would love to repeat that from Wednesday 11:30 a.m. New York local time to until Friday 8:30 a.m. New York local time. No trade should be valid to your funded account. You can do some kind of casino thing on your challenge account, on your paper account, no problem over there. But no trade should be placed on your funded account because in funded account you are actually making money, not the challenge account, not the paper money, but funded account you are making money. And this is the lowest time This 1 day session, 1 p.m. session, one London session, one New York AM session, another PM session, and another London session. This all session is prohibited for trading to the funded account. If you would love to follow this, follow it. If you don't like it, just give me a shit. But this is the rules you should follow, in my opinion, according to ICT himself. By the way, ICT told no trade should be valid in NFP week, but I prefer until 11:30 a.m. Wednesday. It is good to trade. Okay, it's just my opinion. By the way, here we can see today we have some kind of medium impact news which is pending home sales. I don't think so. It has a great impact on the NQ chart. I don't think so. So I'm able to trade before 10 a.m. as well. Okay, so just before the news, I'm able to push the button. So I'm going to do that. If there is any opportunity, I'll go for that trade. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we have some kind of news around 10, which is red folder news. I really respect the red folder news, so no trade should be valid before 10 a.m. tomorrow. Wednesday, same thing. We have some kind of PMI, which is around 10. No trade should be valid before 10. After 10, you are free to go until 11:30. Thursday, no trade. And Friday, 8:30, you will go regularly. Okay, everything will be cool from 8:30 a.m. New York local time to until 9 a.m. first, and then again after 10 a.m. to until the close. This should be safe. Okay, in my opinion, this is gonna be a very beautiful week, except Wednesday PM session and the Thursday whole session. Over here, this is the Nasdaq chart, and so far you can see that this is the weekly candle. Last week it was an indecisive candle, where small body long week. So if I see this type of things, I don't look for the TGIF. So here it was important for me to look for the TGIF. Here also important. Here no. Here no. Here no. Here no. Here no. Here obviously it is important. Here obviously it is important. But if a small body long wick, which is kind of indecisive candle, market didn't go anywhere, it was just consolidating around the same area. I don't look like I don't love to look for this type of candle for the TGIF. So the the premises for the TGIF is not important for me today. This is the daily chart, and so far you remember that this is minus 1.5 standard deviation, minus 2 standard deviation, minus 2.5 standard deviation. I told that I'm not interested to look for sell. Even the 3-day was bearish. I was telling that I'm not interested to look for any kind of sell until market reach here or here, any of this line. If the market doesn't come here, I will not look for sell. If it come here, instantly I will start to look for sell by depending the candle close, daily candle close around this line. If the candle close above this line, I'll keep looking for the run until here. If the candle start to respect here, I will keep looking for selling opportunity until it doesn't close above this line. This is the discount week, and I have just marked the upper quadrant, which is 0.75 of that week, 50%, and the lower quadrant. You can see this market came, respected this daily bullish parabolic wave. Nobody has closed above the constant encroachment. If you are with me in that specific day, you absolutely remember that I wanted to see the body will close above this constant encroachment. Then this market fall, trade that weak upper quadrant, then went higher. It is already above this line, which is minus 1.5 standard deviation. Around opening, I would love to see this market will fall first. We'll use this 1.5 standard deviation as a support, then it will start to go higher. Here, the discount week upper quadrant has been traded. The bullish parabolic wave is also holding the market. I'm extremely bullish. There is no bearish period or bearish something that I can use as my bearishness. There is nothing over here, so there is no need to think about the sell. If this market keep falling, I'm not interested to look for trade. I'll not go for any kind of trade. So if the market is bullish, I'll go for the buy. If it is bearish, I'm done for trading today. This is the hourly chart, and from the hourly chart you can see this is the all-time high, which is also made the clean liquidities or relatively equal highs over here. If you see currently the market is over here, and this is the relatively equal highs as well. So market has both buy side liquidity here. If you look close here, there is no sell side liquidity, nothing over here, no relatively equal lows, absolutely nothing, just simply nothing. So from the hourly chart, I'm bullish, but if you can see here, this is really a bit confusing price action because a lot of bullish candles. So I would love to go for the 4-hour chart to see if there is anything. Same thing happened actually from the 4 hour chart as well. So I can't use any kind of bullish PDRA from my time frame here to think that until that bullish fair value gap is not broken, I will keep looking for buy. I can't think like that way, or there is nothing like that way. So that is why I can't use any kind of bullish PDRA instead of this minus 1.5 standard deviation. This is the 15-minute chart, and if you take a closer look, that was that 15-minute bullish fair value gap or the last fair value gap. I wanted to see it will trade this one as well as the discount week upper quadrant. Then market open higher. I wanted to see this gap will be unfilled. Market filled this one. Then made another fair value gap. I wanted to see it will be unfilled. Market fall again and close this gap again. So if there was one opportunity to take the buy, I showed you how to do that. There was another opportunity to take the buy. I showed you how to do that or how to take that on. And finally, this is another bullish fair value gap that I want to see unfilled. The best case of scenario, it is not going to touch this gap. So what I was looking here, I'm going to look the same thing here. So I'm just going to cut down all of these candles. There is no this type of candles. We cut through the candle. Okay. So this is that last fair value gap that I would love to see. Market will not touch this gap. That was the entry gap. I showed you the same logic to take the buy over here. You can see this lowest down close body close candle, which is the consecutive order block. Market trade that order block beautifully, so beautifully. Market respect that order block so beautifully. There can't be nothing more beautiful than this reaction from that order block. Every single body has supported the order block over there. Then market went higher. This is the overnight big run. If you ever see the overnight big run, always be careful about your AM session. That can be some kind of consolidating around the AM session. It can be some kind of consolidating market. Okay, so please be careful about that. This was the last fair value gap where I actually added this gap and that gap all together as my last fair value gap. For the first time, market came to this last fair value gap and then market reversed. That is that same last fair value gap. Market is trying to hold the market, and I believe that after falling or taking some liquidities, respecting this line, market will start to go higher. Here, this is the last real fair value gap that has the power actually for the all-time reversal. That means after reaching to this gap, this market can start to fall for all of this area around here. I'm not saying that is going to happen, but it can happen over there from this last fair value gap. Above this last fair value gap, this is the all-time high or the relatively equal highs or the real liquidity over here. From 15-minute chart, all you can see here, the market has cleared the liquidity. There is some kind of SMT with the ES. You can see here a very nice, beautiful SMT with the ES. After the SMT, market structure shift. You can see this market structure shift. So beautiful market structure shift. Tap to this. Went higher. Tap to this entry fair value gap. Keep going higher. So this is the opening of the market. I'm going to come here and would love to see what is going to happen from the opening. The opening around this area, all you can see is a old new week opening gap, old new day opening gap. This is that minus 1.5 standard deviation. So far this old new week opening gap is holding the market. I'm not interested to mark the opening gap actually, or I can do it actually. I can do it. It's a big opening gap, by the way. So from there, that is the closing. That is the opening. So this is the closing of the Friday candle, and this is the opening. This is the opening gap. I wanted to see some kind of fall until this 1 - 1.5 standard deviation, which is actually aligned with the upper quadrant of the opening gap. That would be the best case of scenario to think about the buy. So we'll see how it is going to trade around that area. But I'm good to go any kind of buy. Just remember that I'm good to go for any kind of buy. The best case of scenario, it will fall first, trade this area, this line, more importantly for 50%, and then it will go higher. If it doesn't do that, I will have nothing to do. Yeah, that's all. There is not even a single swing high which is valid for shifting market structure. So if this market starts to go higher from here, I will have nothing to do. Without market structure shift, I'm not interested to go for any kind of trade. I'm not talking about the order block. You guys can look for the order block where I have explained this order block things thousands of the time. You guys can check them. Of course, there you'll find an order block entry, but I'm just interested to look for the 22 white order. But guys, you guys can hear me perfectly, right? And please don't get angry on me because I was talking about that uh, controversial things. Please don't get angry on me. It's a request. I really respect all of your views. If I am blind, that's my fault. If I am seeing the truth, that is also my achievement. So it's absolutely very person to person how you are looking the incident. So it's absolutely person to person. It varies. I can't judge your opinion. I can't judge your observation. I don't have that type of rights. Good morning, guys. Thank you, FL Trader. RS, thank you, brother. Mahadi, good morning, brother. Moshiat, smash that like button. Please, guys, please smash that like button. Tamimi. Hey, Baragan. Good morning, brother. Remember what did I say? I really would love to see this will fall first until this line. Look at that line, which is minus 1.5 standard deviation. So I really would love to see it will fall first to come here. More importantly, if it went through this one until here, I'm also acceptable. It is also acceptable, but my buy will be valid after the area over here. That is the best case of scenario. If it happens, I'm more interested to look for buy from that area. But if it doesn't happen, maybe I have to wait a bit to look for the perfect opportunity to take the buy. I'm only interested to look for buy. No sell is valid to me. Time lapse, it's not possible to make a video to understand the bias. You have to come every day. You have to start to look for the bias. How I'm going to determine the bias? Every single day's price action is unique. Every day's price action is unique. So it's not possible for to make a video so that you will be able to watch that video and then you will understand what is bias and how can I find that bias. No, it's not something like that. It's a practice. Okay, it's a practice. You have to practice it every day. So if you do that with someone who will really understand what is bias, I'm not talking about myself, anyone, okay, who actually understand that how to look for a daily bias, what he's looking for. Now, if you practice this with someone, it will open your eyes and slowly you will start to understand that, oh, okay, so this is the way I should look for the specific things. Bias is not something it's bullish, it's bearish. No, it's something how the market reacting some PDRA, which PDRA should be uh, should be important to that specific day before the market or before starting the session. Okay, so it's all depend on the practice. It's not something you will watch a video and then you will understand that, oh, okay, this is how I can look for the bias. No, it's not something like that. I hope that the point is clear, brother. And this is just my opinion, by the way. There could be someone who can tell you that, oh, okay, please watch this video. You will know how, or you will learn how to do the bias, or you can determine the bias. At least it didn't happen like with me. I never saw a video that can explain how to look for the bias. Hey, Kipi, how are you, brother? Uh, Still now there is no market structure shift to me. I don't see any opportunity yet to think about the buy. I'm bullish, but I can't take any kind of buy so far. if you find any opportunity, you guys can go for that. Okay, as well as if you are looking for sell, please go for that. I don't have anything yet to think about the buy. I'm not interested to look for sell. I will not take the sell even if it is falling. I don't care about that. I will not take the sell. Can we make daily bias folder in Discord for discussion? We can do that in the main room as well, brother Green, because the problem is like Paragon has opened another channel. I mean, Tamimi has helped him to open another channel, and you will be able to see that most people are not watching that. Okay, so people are very lazy and they don't want to do the hard work. So you have to put something in front of their mouth, then they will eat. Otherwise, they don't want to do some kind of hard work. So only those people who are extremely, like of curious to know that, maybe 2 to 3 people, or maybe 5 people, maybe 10 people, maybe 20 people. I don't know. They will only go or do that type of hard work. Otherwise, most of the people, they will never know that what is happening over there in that specific channel or in that specific room on Discord. So I think it's better to talk about the bias or to talk about the things inside the main room so everybody can join over there. It's just my opinion, by the way. But if you guys really feel good, of course, I don't have any problem. I will just request Tamimi or Mahadi to open another room so that we guys can talk about the bias over that room. So, like, you guys decide what should you do. By the way, guys, as I told, overnight big run can cause the consolidation around the morning session. So don't rush it to trade. Wait for the perfect setup, then go for the trade. I'm not saying you to go for the buy. If you find a better opportunity to take sell, go for that. But wait for the perfect setup, perfect model, perfect price action. It has a possibility for the consolidation because of overnight big run. Overnight, huge run. It's not big run, it's huge run. This market basically came, look over here. It has came from there to there, near about 166 handle. It left here to here. You can see the whole range around this area on Thursday and Friday. The whole range was here, small range. But here, from there to there, it's a huge range. So just be careful before pushing your button. Okay, it is consolidating. It is bearish. Let's see what the YM is doing. YM is also bearish, extremely bearish. Not only bearish, it is extremely bearish. ES is also bearish. You can see here on 15-minute chart, it's extremely bearish. And if you see the Nasdaq, here is the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is consolidating. Okay, it's not bearish, it's not bullish, it's just consolidating. So they are not aligned with themselves. So be careful. Wait for a bit, then go for the trade. I'm bullish, I'm not bearish, I'm not interested to look for any kind of sell. Whoever is interested to look for sell, go for that. Could have 852, 58 a swing low and 903 a market structure shift. Could 858, 58. Absolutely, that is a beautiful, very nice, so much elegant, perfect market structure shift around this year. So yeah, this is the perfect market structure shift paragon from here to here. The best market structure shift in other word. But as I told, I'm looking for bullish. I'm not going to use the sniper line over there because that's a sell setup. I believe they all will be broken and this market will keep going high. That's I believe. So I'm not interested to look for sell. But of course, you guys can observe the sniper line over here as Baragan is over there. He'll be able to help you guys to mark the sniper line as well as the stop loss and the partial level at least which is 20 handle. So You guys can look for that, okay? But my bias is not bearish, so I'm not interested to look for that sniper line. There is not even a single swing high which is valid for shifting market structure. If you find any, go for that. I am bullish, but I'm saying that still this is not bullish. This market is still not bullish. It didn't give me the entry model. I'm not talking about that order block. All of you know how to mark the order block around here. I'm just not talking about them. I'm interested only for the 22 white model. Okay. Good morning, brother. Can you please one of the son to invite Johnny and to share his insights about the market and his big R, please, if you don't mind. I don't have any problem. If Tony is okay with that, I don't have any problem. I also told Sujivan, I also told LinkedIn, which is Gangjong, if I'm not wrong, if they're really interested to share their concepts, like the time cycle and also the standard deviation, Asia session deviation, as well as like Tony to share his insights, I have no problem. You guys can contact with him, and if he agree, I will do that. I'll arrange that meeting with all of you guys any of the Sunday or Saturday. So I really appreciate that. Actually, those people who really would love to share their observation with other people on the same community. I really appreciate that. 929 equal loss. 929 equal loss. Thank you, brother, for showing this. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's tick by tick. I don't like this type of things. So still, my idea is valid. As I told that this market should fall at least until this area. If it fall, really, I'll be happy to see that. But if it is extremely bullish and it would love to left it open for the next day or maybe the next day after the next day or for the FOMs, sorry, NFP, I don't have anything to do. But of course, this is a very clean loss. And as I told you that at the beginning of this session, I want you to see it will fall. It will come here to this line, which is minus 1.5 standard deviation. That is the best case of scenario to look for the buy. And the market didn't came here instead of doing the things, it respected the new week opening gap low. So it's extremely bullish. As I told, market doesn't give a shit about the liquidity, clean lows, anything which is around the new week opening gap or new day opening gap. So still you can see it's respecting, so it can left that open for the next time, or maybe it will fall now after clearing this buy side liquidity. It will fall now for that one. Yeah, from here the sell is valid, but from here the sell was not valid. Only the buy was valid. There was no setup, not no setup. There was no 22 YT model. I didn't trade anything over there. If you look for some kind of what to say, man, kind of water block trade, it was just awesome. Okay, the water block trade is always awesome. Why is this order block? Because this is the lowest down close body close candles which has traded the new week opening gap. I have showed you this so many times on my live. This is one of the best order block ever. So market came back again, trade the consecutive order block, then market boom, take that liquidity. So the entry from the order block to here, it's kind of 40 handle, 46 handle. It was an awesome opportunity to take the entry from the order block. I will go only for 22 YT model, not going to show you the water block. I showed you the beauty of the water block yesterday's PM session, sorry, Friday PM session, and that was also the water block. I keep talking about this type of water block. By the way, let's see. Thank you, Tamimi, for sharing that information. I didn't know that it's like I knew it that 80% discount. I think you yesterday told me that, but the lifetime activation fees is $85. I didn't know that. So, in my opinion, that's a great opportunity for Apex, where the lifetime activation fees is just $85. Uh, Basically, it's $130 for regular time or regular price, but as it is $85, which is lifetime activation fees with the 80% discount, I really think it's a great opportunity. They're the only platform who allowed 2020 account or 20 funded account altogether. If you ever see this type of situation, don't try to engage on the market. YM is falling. Look on my right hand side. It's a 15-minute chart. YM is extremely bearish. Can you see it? So beautifully, it is bearish. ES is kind of consolidating, not bearish or not bullish. It's kind of consolidating from the same area. NQ has started to go higher. So NQ is bullish now. Over here on the right hand side, you can see here, it's extremely bullish. So they are not correlated right now. So never try to engage in this type of situation in the price action. Don't try to engage over here where they are not correlated. Wait for the market to be correlated first. That means YM also start to go higher. ES is going higher, which is it is started already, but so far it's consolidating and this is keep going higher. So in this type of situation, try to engage on the market. Otherwise, let this go. Wait for the better opportunity, better situation. I know that this is a bullish market. I keep saying that I'm bullish, but it doesn't mean that I'll push the button because I'm thinking it is bullish. Don't ever do that. Expectation is not price action. Tamimi, if you are here, can you please replay time lapse? He was asking that how long that $85 fees is valid for, how long it is valid for. It will be better if market retrace now and take the equal lows without going to the last parallel gap. If it happens, above, let me reply you. If it happens without reaching to the last parallel gap, market started to fall and take that sell side liquidity. I'll miss that sell. Instead of that, if it go to the last parallel gap and then started to fall, I'll be able to enter into this market. So this is two type of situation. Because if it doesn't reach to this last parallel gap and then started to fall, there is a beautiful setup. I'm not able to take that sell because any of this area can be respected and then this market will keep going higher for that last parallel gap. I'm not interested or I'm not able to enter into the sell around here. But instead of that, if it come to the last parallel gap and then started to fall, oh man, that's a great opportunity. Okay, for a short period of time, even if it doesn't go for that sell side liquidity, I'll be able to catch at least 20 handle over there. So that's a great opportunity for me. I'll be able to enter into that short. Drake, I have no idea why did you take that sell, but I wish for the best for you, brother. I hope you will get your boom. If you ask me, I'm not saying any of you. This is a perfect opportunity to take a buy from here. Why is that? First, market has cleared the liquidity. It's a very long-term market structure shift. This high is valid for shifting market structure. by forcing the market. Of course, this is the market structure shift. This is the last fair value gap. This is the entry fair value gap. Market came to this entry fair value gap. If it close above this candle, which is gonna be the order block, that is a great opportunity to take the buy from this order block until this last fair value gap over here. I am not sure that it will give me the opportunity or not, but that is another opportunity depending on order block. I'm not doing anything according to order block. I'm just saying that it is a great opportunity to take the buy from this order block. So something like this type of situation. Here, stop loss has to be 2 tick below this order block. Target is this last parallel gap after taking some partial around 20 handle, something like that. The reaction has to be immediately within 3 candle or a maximum maybe 5 candle. It has to come back again for this order block. Vikash Patil, there is an SMT. Wow. Do you think it's going to fall now? If you think, then wait for the setup and try to take the sell if you want. Okay, so we will be able to enjoy your boom, brother. As I told, there is no sell is valid to me. Apparently here, no sell is valid to me until this market doesn't come here. After coming here, if it provided a sell, maybe I'll try to take that sell. Otherwise, I'm not interested to take any kind of sell. So here, that could be a potential buy from that area, from that order block, partial around 20 handle if it provide, and then target is over there. I'm not going to trade because it's order block. I'm just saying or showing you the order block trading opportunity over here. I'm only interested to look for buy from 22 YT model. Yes, sir. It is because of NFP. As you can see, this market came to the open of this word block. I'm going to mark the open. Okay, I do it as an hindsight. The whole area open to the high is the order block, not just the open, not the high. The whole block is the order block. It is also important to mark the mean threshold of that order block, which is here. You can see that area is the mean threshold or the 50% of that order block. So I don't expect any kind of body close below this mean threshold of that order block. I'm not in this trade. I'm not going to take this trade. I'm only interested for the 22 YT model. Here, this is a 22 YT model by forcing the market. That is why I'm not able to frame the buy from the entry gap, but I can frame the buy from the order block, which is one of the best order block. Okay, that is the entry gap, and this is the last parallel gap. Why this is the last parallel gap? Why not that one? Because that is very small, man. I don't like to mark this type of very small area as my last parallel gap. So let's see if it can work and if the market can go higher from here. This is the only thing I'm afraid of. If market can close above this line, I know that I'll get my boom. I'm so much confident about that. All it has to do to close above this gap. That's all it has to give me at least the partial. If it doesn't work, then you are not going to get a huge loss. It's gonna be 19 handle. Okay, so make it 20 handle. Okay, something like that. 21 handle. Just make it 21 handle. because the news is just in front of me around 10, so there can be a bit volatility. Just cover the entry fair value gap 50%, not just below that low. Just cover the 50% of this entry gap. So if it doesn't work, it's gonna be a 20 and 21 handle loss, not 30 handle, not 50 handle, not 100 handle. This is the idea from the order block, not from the 22 white model. Keep that in your mind as well. I will only go for 22 white model. This is the idea from the order block, which I'm showing you time to time. Time to time, I'm showing you the best order block. By the way, if I were you, I wouldn't put my stop loss over here. If I were in this trade, I would put it over there. But whatever, you don't need to do that. Just keep it over there. If any of you are in this trade, I'm not saying to take this trade. I'm just saying if any of you are in this trade, you can hold the stop loss over here. Don't trail the stop loss like me, like I do. Don't do that. So let's see if the next candle, which is going to happen after 1 second, can go higher first. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I really would love to see it will close above that gap. If it can do that, I'm safe, at least for the partial, and then I'll see if it give me the boom. If I were you, my stop loss would be here. I'm not saying any of you, just this is for my observation to see that if I can get my partial or if I get a stop out over here. That would be the partial according to my understanding. Stop loss. Still the body failed to close above this gap, so this is really so dangerous because this gap is holding the market, really so dangerous. Okay, if I were in this trade, I would get stopped out over here. Actually, I would get stopped out around this area. Potential turtle soup going from taking out previous 4 hour. There is no 4 hour chart on this market. I'm trading through 1 minute chart, so for me there is no 4 hour chart, and 4 hour chart is valueless to me, brother. Unfortunately, I'm just tired about this 4 hour talking, 4 hour chart talking. Um, but of course, if you find something, go for that. If you find a perfect turtle soup, go for that. Body refused to close below this mean threshold. By the way, I would get a stop loss. Body refused to close below the mean threshold so far. All I need to see a body close above this box. If it can close above this box, you will get at least the partial, and trust me, there is 99% possibility market will tap to this line where I just put it at my target. All it has to do, it has to close above this gap. If it failed, then you can get a stop out actually. Because market was very near to your partial level. Unfortunately, it didn't give you the partial, I guess. Yeah, it didn't give you the partial, just for one tick, something like that. Let's see. Okay, now one body has closed below this mean threshold. If the next body doesn't close above this mean threshold, there is no need to hold this trade anymore. I don't see any logic to hold this trade anymore, in my opinion, if this body doesn't close above this mean threshold. Because fake breakout is acceptable. One body has closed below the mean threshold, the next body has to close above the mean threshold. If it doesn't, I don't see any logic to hold this trade. It will go higher, of course it will go higher, but there is a possibility that it will come to this last parabolic first before going higher, or maybe it will fall until the entry parabolic low or in this area, around this area. There's a possibility to do that. There is no logic to hold this trade anymore. The reason is the main threshold is broken already. Uh, Let me check, brother. Actually, and yeah, that is also the first presented gap. No sell is valid to me if the body the price doesn't come over here. If the body or price come here, then and only then the sell is valid. Still, I believe that this is a bullish market. I don't care for this 1 minute liquidity, which has created below the new weak opening gap. I really don't care about that. I'm still seeing the bear bullishness. I put my stop loss below the constant crossment of this area. There was a reason for that. The reason is around the news, the, the volatility could stop me out. Okay, that is why I just put it below this area, which is below this low. But when the mean threshold of this water block has been broken, or the body has closed below this mean threshold of this water block, I don't see any logic to hold this trade. For example, some of you are with me, okay, would can't close the trade. uh, it should be closed, but I can't close the trade. The logic is telling me to close the trade. I can't do that. For those people, I think you have to get that loss. Okay, if it stop you out, you have to get that loss. Otherwise, you have to see how it is going to react. Unfortunately, market didn't tap the partial level. That was really so pathetic. But yeah, this is all. Well, this is what it is. But there is no sell valid. That is more important to understand. No sell is valid. It is a bearish market. Market is going to fall. It is going to take that sell side liquidity from 1 minute chart left over here. Everything is gonna be clear. Still, the sell is not valid. This is a random level. Try to understand. This is a random level. No sell is valid from this random level. By the way, market has built another order block, so I'm going to remove this one. For example, I was in this trade and I got stripped out. I would try to take re-entry from this order block. Same area, I mean stop loss a bit below of that water block. Target is same area. After clearing some partial around 20 handle, wherever the 20 handle is. After clearing that one. Okay, so I'll keep both of this water block opportunity over here. See how it is going to work. That small run, I really don't care because the medium impact news, they do this type of thing sometimes. Sometimes, okay. But just remember, when the body will close above this gap, this line is going to be traded. This gap low is going to be traded. I don't know it will come here to the top or not. I don't know that. But for the first time, it will close above this gap. If it is not the fake breakout, that means one candle closed, the very next candle again closed below this gap. Not something like that. One or two body has closed above this gap. The next line is here. It is coming over there. There is thousands of the thousands of the thousands of the thousands of opportunity. Which one you should pick if it gives actually. Otherwise, this water block didn't give me the entry, so I'm going to remove this water block opportunity. Left the same water block over here. See? Whoever is interested to look for sell, please go for that. I'm not forcing or asking any of you to go for the buy. If you believe this is a bearish market, go for that. I'm only interested to look for the buy until this new day opening gap. More importantly, this whole last parallel gap. It can stop the market and send it lower. There is a possibility from this area. If it doesn't come here, any kind of fall is my buying opportunity. Any kind of fall is my buying opportunity. But until now, I didn't get any opportunity to take the buy so far according to 22 YT model. But there was an order block. I showed you this order. Look over here. The order block. Okay, breaker block. Entry from there around this area. Look from the breaker block. See the breaker block. Entry from the breaker block. Entry from the order block. Both has given you the boom. Here you have to be careful a bit below this low because the news could do this type of run. Okay, that is why I just moved it from there below this order block low to until just covered the entry favorable gap 50%. There was an order block opportunity. I missed it. I don't care. There is a breaker block opportunity. Until market reach here, no sell is valid. Whatever you say, I'm not going to agree with you. Now this market can fall. There is a possibility that it will fall now. So all depends how the candles are working with this gap. If this gap is broken, the next line is here. Market is coming over there. So if the 50-minute candle can close above this area, the next line is here. This market will come over there. There is no sell. But now it can start to fall. There is a possibility to fall now. That means if there is a 22 bearish model, I can take a risk here to take a sell over there. Hey Gure, thank you brother for getting the boom, writing the boom. Ivan, thank you for that boom. By the way, anybody else on this trade? Anyone who survived actually until the boom? Hey Ben, thanks for the boom, brother. Is there anyone who was in this trade? Evan, did you survive until the end? Because my trailing stop loss is so bad, so I really don't appreciate anyone to follow my one. So because if I get stopped out here, I'll take re-entry either from this word block or from this word block. So breaker block, I'll take re-entry from there, and I'll get maybe some boom over there. Okay, so Evan, you took that on. That's cool. I took the trade, brother, on my able, but chickened out with a small profit. No problem, brother. Still that's a yes, brother. Win. Congratulations, Evan. Paul ID entered. Okay, congratulations, Paul. Those people who got the boom, thank you. But I am going to trade only 22 YT model. So this is the order block I tried to show you so that you can get an idea about the order block, the beauty of the order block. But this small run you have to digest that. Why? Because it's because of the news. Okay, so really it's because of the news. Never ever follow my trailing stop loss. I showed you that if I get stopped out, I'm able to re-enter over there for anything and I will get my book. I know that because this is logical. Without coming to this gap, this market can fall. It's impossible to fall. It's a random level. I got mocked by saying the random level, but it's okay. Now it's time to observe a bit more because this can stop the market, give some kind of reaction. If I find any opportunity to take sell now, I'll take that. If my bias was bearish, by the way, my bias is not bearish. If my bias was bearish, this is the best order block ever. There can't be more beautiful than this order block. Entry has to be from this order block. Stop loss just to tick above this order block. Go for 1:1. Wherever is 1:1. I think it's 1:1. Something like that. So that should be the entry until partial, and then entry should be from the order block. So it didn't tap to the order block yet. It didn't tap to the order block yet, I believe. My bias is not bearish, so I'm not taking this sell from the order block, but there is a possibility that this market will fall down. Some kind of retracement will happen. That could be the entry from that order block. And look at the beauty of the liquidity. I'm not saying that it is going to fall, but I'm saying that if my bias was bearish, then that would be a selling opportunity from here. As my bias is not bearish, I'm not taking the sell right now without 22 YT model. If there is a bearish 22 YT model, I'll take that. Just for the sake of the viewers. Otherwise, I would never go for the sell. I will keep looking for the buy. Same logic. Is the mean threshold of that order block. Body should not close above the mean threshold of that order block, as we don't have any news now. Previously, I had the excuse, but now I don't have any excuse. There is no news, so nobody should close above the mean threshold. Even if one body closed, the next body has to close below this mean threshold. I'm talking to them who are looking for the sell. My bias is not bearish. I'm not taking the sell. For example, this was the bearish market. According to their logic, according to their analysis, this is a bearish market. In that type of situation, that is the best bearish order block. I want to see everything is gonna be broken. This market will keep going higher for this line. I would love to see that. I should not show you the order block because I'm working with 22 IT model, but some people are interested about order block. That is why I'm talking about the order block as well. So I showed you two bullish order block. One is from here, here, another one is from there, there, which is according to my bias. And this one is not according to my bias. It is kind of 50-50. Okay, because my bias is bullish, so it's a 50-50. It's a logical level now because market came to the last fair value gap. So as it came last fair value gap, some kind of reaction until this obvious liquidity is acceptable, and more importantly until this last fair value gap, it is now logical. Okay, so it will work. I'm happy with that, but it is against my bias. So I'm not saying this is the best order block. This is the best order block, but not according to my bias. My bias is bullish. I'm only interested to look for buy. Kind of. I hope that you guys understand my point, right? So you are looking for the order block. That is the order block. And now is it according to your bias? If it is, that is the best for you. It is not according to my bias, so it is not best for me. I'm not interested to take the sell here because I'm not uh, bearish. I hope my point is clear to you guys. Hey sir, I need $450 profit to pass the eval. Today is the last day. I hope, brother, you will find a better opportunity. Let's see if we can find some good opportunity or not. Thank you, Sujivan. Thank you for at least replying, brother. Because when I keep saying nobody reply me, so I really don't get that you are getting my point or not. I have to make sure that you are getting my point. It's very confusing, right? One hand I'm saying this is the best order block. Another hand I'm saying I'm not interested to take the sell, even if it is the best. If it is the best, why you are not talking about the sell? Why you are not so much confident like here? Why it's not? Because my bias is bullish. So it's not the best order block for me because I'm going against my bias. Now, if your bias is bearish, okay, by anyhow you're thinking this is a bearish market, and of course it came to the last fair value gap, right? So your bias is bearish and you're feeling like it is a bearish market. This is the best order block for you. There is nothing called more than better than this order block. It is best for you. At the same time, it's not even the order block to me. Why? Because my bias is bullish. So every time it will fall, it will clear the liquidity, it will come here, I'll start to look for buy again. I hope my point is clear. Thank you, guys. Absolutely, brother Sujivan. Absolutely. That is my point. You can go against your bias as well, but at the beginning, when you are learning it, you should be strict with your bias. And then when you are good with your bias, everything is clear, you know that you are looking for buy exactly from where. What did I say? Here, no sell is valid. Why? It's a random level. I clearly told that it's a random level. No sell is valid from there. You want to take a sell? Try to take it from here. If this market come here, now you are interested to take some kind of, not a long term sell, but at least some kind of sell is valid from there if it provide you the opportunity. But from here, no. So I know that what I'm doing, even though my bias is bullish, I can take the reaction from there, from that area, by depending on the best order block. If you are learning this, you are at the beginning of your stage, okay, learning stage, don't do that. Strict with your bias. So that could be the partial over here, which is near about 24 handle. After taking the partial, you can hold your trade until this sell side liquidity, okay? So which is 33 handle actually. I believe it will take this obvious liquidity now because there is no reason to leave that obvious liquidity over here. More importantly, until this last gap. So when it will come to this last gap, which is aligned with the 15-minute bullish fair value gap, I will start to look for buy. So that is the boom. So if any of you are in this trade from that order block, remember the best order block for those whose bias is bearish, or like you really know what you are doing. That is the best for them. That is your boom for 33 handle. I'm just trying to draw your attention for specific thing, for very 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 specific thing. Okay, I think two people actually write down boom, so I believe that both of them are in this trade. John, why are you in this trade, brother? Buy is valid from here? Absolutely not. Why? It's a random level. Why it is random level? Previously told that you can take the buy. Now you're saying this is a random level because the entry gap has been used. Look, it has been used. It can't be used another again. It can't be used again. Never, of course, never. Sometimes it happens, but most of the time it has been used. There is no imbalance over here. Nothing is over there. So it has to fall at least until to the last gap. And then last gap is broken. This is the next sell side liquidity. But from here, reversal is not acceptable. Reaction, of course, it is acceptable. Reversal, that means going to take that buy side liquidity. No, I'm not able to enter over here from that area. Learning is very boring, but brother, it's true. You have to understand that fact. You will say, brother, it went from there and cleared that buy side liquidity. For example, for the sake of this conversation, you told that it is not possible, and now market has cleared that buy side. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Why? It was illogical to me. That buy was logical to me, both from the order block, both from the breaker block, both from every buy here. That buy was valid. That sell is valid until this liquidity, but this buy is not valid. Why? It's a random level. This is a perfect random level. Why I will think that this is a bullish market now? Now, here is another thing I would love to show you, which is a bit difficult for me to think like that way, even though I'm saying this is a random level. But if you take a closer look on your right hand side, there is a 15-minute bullish gap, which is a very small gap, by the way. But there is a 15 bullish gap. I didn't see that before saying that random level. Okay, so last gap and the bullish gap from the 50 minute. So I think it's valid to take the buy from here. I was wrong. I can think about a buy from that area as well because there is a 50-minute bullish gap. But that would be the best if it could come here. So it is not reacting from this entry gap from 1 minute chart. It is reacting from 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Okay, so that is the difference also, if you can understand. I need your response, by the way. Guys, please don't tell me anything about 4 hour chart. I'm really tired, so tired to explain that things again, again, and again. So please don't refer me anything from 4 hour chart. If there is something, I will tell you that this is important thing. But if there is nothing important, don't refer me something that I don't like to hear. It's difficult for me, okay, to continue the conversation with thinking about different kind of understanding about the market. So the time frame is extremely important for analyzing the price. I have already explained that on Friday, if I'm not wrong, about the 4 hour chart, and also explained that inside the members only live. Why human being can't do that? No human being can't do that. If they really read the price action, it's not possible for any human being. Possible for a robot or the computer, AI, but not for the human being. It's not possible to go different type of time frame, 1 minute, 5 minute, 30 second, 15 second, 30 minute, 1 hour, 15 minute, 4 hour chart, daily chart. It's not possible. Hey Jamie, thanks for that boom, brother. Is there anyone was that sell accidentally made $1,200 thanks to Abab? You have actually followed the rules. That's all you have done, brother. So no need to thank me. You have followed your rules. You got your boom, brother. I believe so. Anyone on that sell, on that buy, who was on that buy, who was on that sell? I just showed you the order block entries. There was no 22 YT model until now. There is no 22 YT model, so I didn't enter anywhere. If there is a 22 YT model, I will enter. If no, I'm not going to enter. I showed you that how market went higher. I showed you that how the reaction happened. But yeah, I wanted to see it will come until this last parabolic gap because I didn't notice there is a 15-minute bullish gap as well, by the way. So when I say that it's not valid, but I was wrong over there. I was only observing the 1 minute card chart, but there is 15-minute bullish gap. I need to know if there was anyone on that trade by depending on your analysis, not by my analysis. Okay. I took the water block of the water block with fair value gap above intent to CE to BC. So you took the buy or you took the sell, brother? Lucky to go back up. Let's say an inversion to go back up. Oh, okay, you are looking for some kind of inversion. That's cool, brother. 15 CRT. I don't believe in CRT. That's bullshit to me. Just my opinion, just my observation. That just a rebranded things are nothing else. Nothing is important over there. At least, just again, just my opinion, just my observation. I'm not going to judge anyone. If it is working for you, I really appreciate it, man. Go for it. Don't give a fuck to me, but just go for that CRT. If you ask me about CRT, this is just a bullshit. Nothing else. In burst of 50 minute small, yes, sir. I didn't notice that actually first. Then later I have seen there is a bullish fair value gap from 15-minute chart. I mean, brought okay. You bought mini instead of micro, so said accident. Okay. You bought actually mini. Congratulations, brother. Accidentally, you made more money, brother. Question to two. Hey, Jamie, go for it. Please don't ask me anything about 4 hour chart. It's a request. Big Jung Viking, you took the sale. Congratulations, brother, for getting your boom, brother. Thank you so much. I really respect those people who are making money depending on CRT. Me, personally, just a bullshit concept. Nothing else. Just a fame. And that is all. Jamie, I'm waiting for your question, brother. Ruda, if you're enjoying the stream, kindly smash that like button and to subscribe on the channel to share your appreciation. Everything in this channel and related platforms, Discord completely free. By the way, guys, I would love to show you that tomorrow I'm going to make a giveaway, which is actually Blue Guardian Futures. So I got two accounts from them. They told me that I can trade them. I decided to make it as a giveaway, so I requested them. So they have done it for me. I got 5 cells actually, sorry, 7 cells actually from the Blue Guardian futures, and they told me that I'm able to do that actually. So tomorrow is going to be the giveaway. If you are with me with our X, okay, which was Twitter actually previously, you please help me to share and the comment over here. All of these things, you know that. But the things is going to happen tomorrow. I'll try to give you two funded account, two futures account. Right now, this Blue Guardian futures has, it has 60% discount. Okay, so if you click on there, Blue Guardian futures, it has 60% discount. Use the code T2 Wizard. If you use that, you will be able to get $40 for 50K account. 50K account just for $40. No activation fees. Target is $3,000. Maximum 3 contract. Daily loss limit is 1250, which you should not breach. Maximum is 2500. End of the day drawdown. Payout 7 days. No activation fees. That is why I'm saying this is a great opportunity to get a funded account. Okay, with a very small cost. Very small cost. And reset fee, you don't need to worry about that. Scaling is there is some scaling rules for mini and micro actually. That is all for the standard 50K account. If you go for 25K account, which is just $25, the target is $1,500. Maximum 1 contract or 10-minute micro contract. Maximum daily loss 650, which should not be touched, which should not be breached. Maximum drawdown 1250. End of the day drawdown, so no need to think about the trailing drawdown. Payout period 7 days, no activation fees. Reset fee, don't need to think about that. Scaling rules, yes, okay. So that is also something you guys can look for that. I prefer 150K account because here you will get some rooms. Okay, so you can see that your maximum is $5,000. So that is your maximum drawdown, which is $5,000, and $3,750 is your maximum daily loss limit. Should not breach it. So you will have an opportunity to get some space. If you do something wrong, you will have an opportunity to make it right again, which in 50K account, 25K, 5K account is extremely difficult. But here 150K account, you will have an opportunity to correct your what I mean whatever you will do wrong, you will be able to correct them. End of the day drawdown, 7 days payout period, no activation fees, reset fees. Don't to think about that because you're not going to do that. Scaling tools, $114 only, $114, just end of the day drawdown. So most of the prop firm will cost you $100 for 50K account, where you are going to get $114, 150K account with end of the day drawdown. End of the day drawdown. So I believe that that's a great opportunity. Only thing is project X, you have to use the project X, which is similar to TradingView, and you will not no need to worry about the data. You don't need to worry about the, you will be able to do this type of things like 2 3 charts all together. You can open them. You will be able to go sub 1 minute chart. Everything is available over there. So yeah, I believe that's a great opportunity, by the way, in my opinion. Brother, your Discord available? Yes, sir. My Discord is available. I don't know, Mahdi, if you are here, can you please share the Discord link? Or anyone else, can you please guys share this Discord link? I bought a Blue Guardian account by clicking your link, but I entered fall as the discount code since that's what you said on Friday. Uh, Instant funding or like the normal account? What did you buy, Suziban? Because I got an commission. Someone has bought the instant funding. Okay, so I actually got that commission. I don't know is it you or not, but rest of all is actually the 50K account. So I got the commission from the 50K account. But one I got instant funding. I don't know who actually bought it. I think in the meantime I changed the code to T2 Wizard, and when you have used the fall, it actually went. But it's okay, man. Thank you. I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. Even I really appreciate it, man. Okay, Sujiban. Okay, so yeah, I got that. I got that, man. I got that, Sujiban. I just got one instant funding actually. I bought a 50K today with T2 wizard code. When I just didn't check. So if you bought by using my code, I hope that I will get the commission, brother. I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it, man. I love you, man. I love both of you, man. Thanks for supporting, man. Thanks a lot for supporting. This is consolidating. No need to enter over here. Don't force the market. It's consolidating. Let him consolidate. How many entries did I show you so far? For example, from the beginning, order block, order block, order block. All of them are the order block entry. Not even a single 22 IT model. At least not for me. I'm not in any kind of trade over here. All the order block worked so beautifully. Here it was a bit difficult actually. You can't put your stop loss just below the order block. By the way, I showed you the breaker block as well, if I'm not wrong. Thanks, Suziman. I love you, man. Hey RP, how are you, man? Thanks for that boom penguin boom. When you come, only then am able to see that penguin. Otherwise, I don't see that penguin, man. I'm going to forget about that penguin. So Ravi, thank you so much, brother, for keep providing me the penguin, man. About take profit trader with your code few days ago. I got some actually commission on Take Profit Trader. Thank you, brother. Still, Take Profit Trader is the best after Apex. After Apex, for example, right now Apex has 80% discount. I have no idea how much it does it cost for 50K account, 150K account. I have no idea how much does this cost. The activation fees is $85. They are the best. Now, all of you will say me, brother, they have thousands of the rules. By the way, guys, I'm watching this market. I still don't have any opportunity. I'm not going to trade anything over here. If there is an opportunity, I'll go for the trade. There's no opportunity, not going to push the button. I'll just keep framing the trade, but not going to push the button. That's for sure. By the way, what I was saying, Apex has no rules. There is one rules only, and that is don't gamble. That is the only one rules. Sometimes you will take 10 mini contracts, sometimes you will go for one micro contract, sometimes you will go for 15 mini contracts, sometimes you will go for like 3 mini contract. No, you can't do that. Be very constant. Constant. Okay, be very constant. If you are using 2 mini contract, do it from the beginning to the end. Just 2 mini contract. If you are using 5 mini contract, do that from the beginning to the end. You are using 5 micro contract, keep doing the same thing from the beginning to the end. That is the only rules. Just the only rules. For Apex, you have to keep that in your mind. There is another rules which is I'm not sure about that. Just I'm not sure, but you have to think about that as well. Okay, so you took a buy here, then the market went higher, then this market fall here, then you added more over there. You can't do that. Okay, I'm just not sure about that. Again, you guys can recheck actually, but don't do this thing. You added here, you can add there, or above your first entry you can add more over there, but when it will go below your first entry you can't add over here more. So this is the two thing. I'm not 100% sure about this thing, but overall this is the two rules you have to follow. If you can follow this, there is no rules. Simply there is no rules for Apex. Apex is the best because they are only Apex, I mean from they are going to let you trade 20 funded account altogether, which is going to be the, of course, the copy trade. If you make just $100, for example, it's going to be $2,000. And if you'd love to make some money from trading, you have to go for the copy trade. You have to trade a lot of accounts all together. That is the only way to make the money from the fund. I mean, from the trading actually. So that is why Apex is the best when they have the discount 80% or 91%. Below 80%, don't go for the Apex. It's my request. Don't go for the Apex if the discount is below 80%. It's gonna be too much expensive. Don't go for that. Next, the best is Take Profit Trade. There is no comparison with him. no comparison until now, no comparison with take profit trader. The reason is daily payout. Every single day you will be able to request the payout after the buffer. I have no idea how people can think about this great opportunity. Now, actually, trade day is also doing that things. I'm not saying that only take profit trader, also the trade day, they also do that. So in my opinion, you guys can look for that trade day as well. But in my opinion, after Apex, take profit trader is the best. Sometimes, like for now, Blue Guardian Futures has a great opportunity. You'll get 50K account for $40. It's a great opportunity without activation fees. Check it. Bullnox has 91% discount with activation fees. Okay, there is some kind of activation fees when you'll pass it. But right now, it's gonna cost a very small amount of money because they have the 91% discount. Bullnox. Go for them. So this type of things when you will get, try to make some funded account from them. Later copy trade. Just copy trade. Time lapse, sorry, $33 for 25K. No, it's 25K for 20. What did you say? Apex with 80% discount is a $33 for 50K, 25K. I just don't know, brother, how much is it, but when they have like the activation fees is $85, you have already saved kind of $45 over there. Already you have saved $45. So after that, if you get 80% discount on the challenge account, you are already in profit because they are only letting you copy trade 20 accounts altogether. Apex is hard, but I teach you a lot. It teach you a lot. Jamie, as I told, there is just one rules. Don't gamble. That is the only one rules. You have to keep that in your mind. No gambling. Strict with your contract size. That's all you have to do. If you are worrying about the buffer, sorry, the trailing drawdown, it is gone. It is gone after the buffer. So you have to think all about your buffer. If you take 50K account until $2,000, you should be worried about your trailing drawdown. When you will reach to $2,000, buffer is gone. And if you really can take some partial, or if you have the practice to take the partial, you don't need to think about the buffer as well. I didn't take any trade, Mansari. So Shohil Mansari. I didn't take any trade actually. I just framed the order block trade. So far there is no 22 YT model. I didn't take any trade. Ahbab, how about Bullnox? Bullnox is cheaper. Okay, 91% discount right now they're running. It's cheaper. That's all. Bro. So if you are struggling, you can buy some account from Bullnox as it's so cheap, and then you can try your luck or your experience what you are doing as it is too much cheap. Most of the time they actually provide that 91% discount in my opinion. You're most welcome, RP. Jamie, you didn't ask me the question, brother. I was waiting for your question. Hey, brother, any trade taken or just there was I have framed 4 entry opportunities, but I didn't take any because I was waiting for the 22 YT model. So for me, there is no trade yet, but there was an opportunity to take entry from order block, 3 times order block, 1 breaker block trade. When you have time, can you explain the difference between consecutive order block and single order block? Thank you. Okay, if you didn't ask me the question, anyone else would ask me this question, I would simply told him, go and watch the video. I have put it inside the study folder. I have to come Friday because it will be easier for me to explain it. That things I in the PM session I explained it so beautifully around the PM session. I believe you are not over there. There is a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Okay, I'm just going to mark it randomly. I have no idea what is the 15-minute bullish fair value gap, but there was a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Keep that in your mind. See this lowest down close body close candle. I'm interested to look for buy. Okay, my bias is bullish. Just think that I'm bullish. This is the lowest down close body close candle. Market started to close. Where did it close? Above this candle. Let me mark the candle high. This is the high, okay, of that candle. No, it didn't. Then it didn't. It has closed above this candle, right? The body has closed. Now look where the body has closed. Here. Before this candle, there is another candle. So it has closed both of this candle. I can't use the lowest down close body close candle as my order block. I have to look for this consecutive order block. That means there is a possibility market will trade this gap and then it will go higher. Sorry, trade this candle and then it will go higher. The lowest down close body close candle is the most sensitive one. It is the most sensitive one. But the order block is here. You have to look for consecutive depending on the body close of the next candle. Now you can see market didn't provide me the entry opportunity. So I'm going to remove it and coming here again. Let's see what happened over there. How many consecutive candles do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7 consecutive down close body close candle is over here. 7 all together. How you are going to decide the lowest one is your order block, what 2 is your order block, 3 is your order block, or 7 all of them are the order block. When the last candle has closed, then market started to make the up close candle, like here, up close candle, right? Up close candle, up close candle. Finally, this is the closing of the candle. I'm going to mark the closing and extend it to my left. Where did it close? Did it close above this candle, or did it close above the 2 candle, or did it close above the 3 candle? For example, it has closed above just the lowest down close body close candle, above that one, not above these 2 candles. And then this candle has closed, or the next candle has closed above 5 more candle, above the 5 more candle. I don't care. The first time, at least one, maximum whatever, I don't care, will be breached. The high will be breached by a bull candle close. That's gonna be my order block. So in this type of situation, you can see this candle has closed above these 2 candle. So this 2 candle is going to be my consecutive order block. This is the entry. The entry should be from the consecutive order block. The mean threshold should be marked from the consecutive order block. Let's come the next example. If you remember, that was the area, same area. Same kind of situation. There is the anti-parallel gap from the 50-minute chart. Okay, there was the anti-parallel gap. Now look what happened over there. This is the lowest down close body close candle, right? Here. The next candle has closed. It has closed above the candle. So what I'm going to do, going to mark the closing, extend it to my left. Now, if you see closely over here, very important, okay? Did it close above this consecutive candle? Look over here. This is the consecutive candle, consecutive down close candle. Did it close above this line, or did it close exactly to this line or below this line? Okay, it has closed exactly to that line. I don't care. It didn't close above this line. It didn't close above this consecutive order block. So where did it close? Above this order block. The lowest candle is gonna be my order block. It's the order block. If I would love to mark, I will mark the 50% of this candle only. It's not the consecutive order block. Why? This candle has closed not above that candle or the consecutive candle. It has closed above this candle. So this is going to be my order block. I would love to take my entry from the high of this order block. Most sensitive line is the opening of that order block. That is the most sensitive area of an order block. A order block is not the open or the high. It's not that the block. It's a block. This whole area is the block. This is the block. until the 50% of this candle from high to low, the 50% is the extremely block. Okay, it's not a line. Remember, some I marked just a line, but it's not a line. Just remember that one. Then this market came here around to this area. It came here and built another water block that failed to close below this low. So it is another water block. Just for the sake of this conversion, look here. I don't have the consecutive candles, down close candle. I have the lowest down close candle here, then a bull candle, then a bear candle. So I don't care about them. All I have the candle here. Now, for example, this candle has closed above this candle. I don't care. They are not consecutive, right? Bear candle, bull candle, bear candle, bull candle, bear candle, then again bull candle. So I don't care about that. When the body has closed above this candle, this is the order block. Market came to this order block here when the candle has closed. I'm more interested to mark that order block to take my buy. Let me go to the another example. All of these things I explained in the PM session, Friday PM session. I told that those are the lucky guys who are watching this PM session, because rest of the people are going to lose or miss every information I'm trying to show you over here. Okay, one, two. Let me come to the first order block opportunity to that specific day. What was that? Okay, that was the first actually, and that was the second, if I'm not wrong. What was the third? Uh, 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 uh. Third was from here. Let me actually see why it's not showing. It should be shown. Okay, it was Thursday actually, so I have to come Friday here. That is the third opportunity from the order block, from the same logical area, from the same converse, means same area. That is that 15-minute bullish fair gap. You're seeing that, and I want to see it will be unfilled, right? The same case of scenario over there. Okay, there is still nothing. I'm not able to trade here. Still, there is nothing. This market is consolidating. I'm not interested to enter over here as there is nothing yet. Let me actually reply him, this guy. This is that 15-minute bullish fair value gap. So this is the only candle which is going to be valid as an order block. As you can see, there is two more candle after that candle, which is also consecutive candle. Even though this candle has closed above this and this candle, it's not a valid order block. Why? Because the high is not at the high of the 15-minute bullish gap or above the 15-minute bullish gap. That's why I can't use these two candle as my consecutive order block. I have to look for a candle that has closed above this 15-minute candle, or at least to the high of this 15-minute bullish fair value gap. Okay, not 15-minute candle, 15-minute bullish fair value gap. So this is the only candle that is valid as my order block. So I'm going to mark a line over here, extend it to my right. Remember, even though I'm saying this is the order block, this whole consecutive candle should be covered by your stop loss, but it is only valid for as an order block. Okay, this is the first candle that has closed above this candle. After that candle, there is a bull candle, so I can't use those candles as my consecutive candles, because there is a bull candle in between this consecutive candle and that consecutive candle. This is the first candle that has closed above this line, so it has came 1 2 3 4 5 6 number candle came here. Even though it worked perfectly, I don't care about that. I'm not interested to use it as my order block. So where I showed you the order block entry, actually that area around here, what happened? This is that candle which is valid as an order block, or the lowest down close body close candle which is valid as an order block. Why? Because this is the high, exact high with the 15-minute bullish gap, which failed to take this low. I explained it actually more beautifully where I came actually, what to say, I mean the Friday PM session. Okay, so look over here. This is valid as an order block. Remember, it is valid. Like here, it was not valid. Why? Because the high was not aligned with the 15-minute high. But here, this high is aligned with 15-minute high. So it is valid. If this candle just close above this candle, like here, it has closed above this candle. The next candle tap to this order block, it was not valid. But here, if it just close above this candle and the next candle tap over there, it is valid as your order block. Now look at this candle close. Where did it close? Okay, I'm going to close it. I mean, mark a line and extend it to your right. If you take a closer look, where did it close? Above this one, two, three, four. Four consecutive candle has been, look over here. It has closed above these candles. Four consecutive candle. This on was valid, but this candle has closed above this candle. So it is the area you should look for your buy from here when the candle has closed above this candle. This four candle is now your consecutive order block. Next candle is going to be your entry over here. Of course, you have to cover the low of that order block, and you will look for your target wherever you think it is coming. Okay, I don't know where it actually went. Wherever it go, actually you should look for that. But remember, until some kind of partial around 20 handle, you can look for some kind of partial around 20 handle. Then you can hold your trade as long as you want. Okay, as you can see, it came until here. You can hold it until here. I don't have any problem. So that is how you will look for the consecutive order block and the lowest down close body close candle, which is going to be a order block. Now I'm going to show you that order block. This is the same case of scenario. These candles are actually the area where it has traded here, but I'm more interested to show you this area. Look over here where I told you that, don't forget about that. This is the order block, right? So let me actually mark, what's that? Where was that order block? Okay, here. This was the order block. Don't get confused. Actually, I not that one. This one. This one was the order block because this was the lowest down close body close candle which has traded this entry fabric, right? This candle has closed. There is three consecutive order block. Look, one, two, three. You are going to look for the first candle close. Where did it close? Where did it close? Did it close above this candle? No. This is the high of this candle. Did it close above this candle? No. Where did it close? Above this candle. So this is going to be your order block. The next candle tap to this order block. That's gonna be your buy from this order block. Here, that is going to be your buy. Your stop loss has to be 2 tick below of that order block. Just 2 tick below. Now I told you to put the stop loss below here today just because there was a medium impact news, if you don't forget. So news sometimes do this type of sheets. It we actually reach the order block or reach until the 50% on very obvious level. It reach over there, then it actually went wherever you are thinking it should go. Sometimes do this type of sheet actually around the news. Sometimes, okay, not always, but if the low is breached, that means there is a low probability it's already breached. Then I have marked this candle as my order block. If you remember, I told that it's an opportunity, new opportunity to take the buy from this candle. I didn't see that candle, I didn't see that candle, I didn't see that candle. All of them are the consecutive candles. So I'm going to remove it. All of them are the consecutive candle. But this is the order block to me. Why? This is the first bull candle. Did it close above any of this bearish candle? No. This is the second candle. Did it close any of this bearish candle? No. This is the third candle that has closed. Look, I'm going to write it on my left, okay? That has closed above only this candle. No, brother, it has closed above this candle as well. But in between this candle and that candle, there is another bear candle. The high of this candle is here. So you can't just skip this candle and you can simply say that, okay, this is the consecutive order block. You can't do that. Okay, so this is just for your understanding. And market actually didn't provide you the entry because most of the time it doesn't do that. Instead of that, it worked with the breaker block. That's why I have marked that breaker block to you in front of you guys here. That is the breaker block. Tap to this breaker block, then market went higher and boom, it came exactly to that area depending on that breaker block. But whatever it is, that was the order block opportunity over here from this candle because it has closed above this candle, not any other candle. At the same time, I showed you how to look for the consecutive candles. It is very specific, very reasonable reason to look for consecutive order block and the single one candle order block. But remember, the lowest down close body close candle is the most sensitive one. That is the most sensitive one. So please remember that. I believe that the order block things is absolutely clear to all of you guys. If you still you have the problem, just let me know, brother. I don't gamble and still Apex denied my payout. I'm done with them. I just wasted time. It's not possible, brother. It's not possible, Silva. If you didn't gamble, if you just follow that things, I mean, just you are consistent with your contract size and you didn't do some this type of things, like, okay, your target is here and your stop loss is here, something like that. Okay, 50 times bigger your target. If you don't do this type of things, remember, this is the stop loss, this is the target. It's not possible, they will deny your what to say, payout. I was doing 1 day passes right now. I hope so, I think so, brother. But whatever, I'm not saying you like it or not. You I mean, you can dislike it, maybe there is some problem with you, but that is very specific example. No, like lot of people are trading with the apex and they don't have any problem if they follow. But sometimes shit happens. Okay, maybe you should contact with their with their contact. Okay, so maybe you can show your, I mean, what is the problem, I don't know, you can figure that out actually. But I hope it should be simple, it should be simple. Okay, yeah, they are very strict with their payouts. If you are not gambling, you should not be worried about that, everything is so cool for you. But if you're gambling, as I told, it's gonna be very difficult for you to get the payout. Gamblers are not allowed for the apex, that's why they, man, you have to think about themselves as well. They are going to allow you 20 accounts, funded account. If you just make $100, it's gonna be $2,000, man, can you think? If you make $1,000, that's gonna be $20,000. No prop from allowed that. So you have to think about them as well. So if you are a gambler and you are good to gamble, fortunately you just did 5 good days with your gambling. Okay, with 15 mini contract, for example, and you have made $10,000 every day by gambling. And then you just got the request, payout request, and then you blow the account. It's not logical. So when they are taking the risk, they're giving you the limitation as well. Don't do gamble. Just my opinion, by the way. I'm not an expert. Bullnox T2 Wizard. So if you use the code T2 Wizard, you will get a discount for 91% discount time lapse. So for Bullnox, T2 Wizard is the code for 91% discount. I don't know if there is any other discount. If there is another discount, maybe it will be T2 Wizard and last one. You can just add the one. Just one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that one. But for 91% discount, you have to use the code T2 Wizard. For 50K account, maximum 5 micro contract. That is the maximum, brother. 5 micro contract. Best is 3 micro contract. I'm talking about the funded account, not the challenge account. For challenge account, do gamble whatever you want to do. Nobody care. But funded account, you have to be strict with 5 micro contract if you want to get some payout from them. Okay, guys, as I told, around the overnight it was a big run, so around the morning session it can be little consolidation. So far I'm seeing the consolidation, but let's wait if it can provide me something. By the way, Jamie, is it clear to you, brother? I need to ask you this question because you have asked me that question. Why consecutive? Why the water box? So I need the feedback or the reply from you. I accept you. If anyone else asked me that question, I would simply say that go and watch the water block video from the study folder. But as you were with me so long now, still you are confused after watching that video. I just try to explain it to you so that it's gonna be clear to you. I just tried that code but did not work. For 91% discount, you will be able to use the code T2 Wizard. It will work. You have to make sure that it's all are the capital letter for 90% discount. I don't remember the other discount code. I really don't remember. But for 91%, not 90, actually 91% discount, that's one of the code that is going to work. But let me actually one more time, let me check if I'm saying anything wrong. Just let me check. Okay, just a second. Just a second. Yeah, 91% discount until 30 of the September. T2 Wizard, and for 83% discount, it's T2 Wizard and last one. There is just an extra one over there. Extra one. End of the code. There is extra one. This is just for the 83% discount. But for 91%, this is the code. It will work. You will just try one more time. I hope it will work. I would love to be strict with that. Apex is the best while they have 80% or 91%, just my opinion. You should do your own analysis about the prop firm. But Apex is the best while they have 91% or 80% discount. After Apex, if you ask me, take profit trader, there is no replacement of take profit trader. No single replacement of take profit trader. Just because they are going to give you the daily payout. And this is something that will make you profitable. So yeah, it's just my opinion, but yeah, list is yours. Right now we have $40 for Blue Guardian futures. If any of you are interested, you guys can use the code T2 Wizard for Blue Guardian futures. And tomorrow we are going to do the giveaway, to account giveaway with the Blue Guardian. So giveaway is gonna be tomorrow. To After explanation of the consecutive order block, I also understand the perfect order block better now. Okay, I didn't know that, Suzivan. If you asked me, I would do the same thing for you as well. But I'm glad that it's clear to you now. Talk. It today. Okay, Zemi, yeah, is it 100% clear to you, brother? It should be clear 100%. Not something very small clear, still have the confusion. No, it has to be clear 100%. I'm watching this discount week. See that if the lower quadrant or the 50% of the upper quadrant, any of them can hold the market and send it higher again. Okay, so I'm watching the lower quadrant right now as it is holding the market. I'm going to remove this and the entry gap. So I'm just watching the lower quadrant. If it can hold the market, send it higher. Or is it interested to call for this last parallel gap, which is also the first presented gap from today? Tajimoni, TPT is the best. I agree with you, brother. That's why I keep saying take profit trader is the best. If you really treat the trading as your business, you should go for the take profit trader after Apex, because Apex is the only platform they are going to allow you to trade 20 accounts all together. After Apex, and of course, while they have the 80% discount, 90% discount, now then they are going to be cheaper. Take profit trader is the best. Could work for 50K account, but not for 25K account on Bullnox. Is 25K covered that 91% discount, brother? If it doesn't, then just go to their website. You will find maybe another code from their website. Okay, so if it doesn't work, you can use that code actually from their website. I have no idea why it's not working. Either it doesn't cover that discount, or maybe I don't know. There is maybe some kind of I don't know, brother. I really don't know. I'm long. I use the 756 candle as a propulsion block. There is no buy, brother. Simply there is no buy. There is no propulsion block. There is no order block. There is nothing. Simply there is simply nothing. By the way, you took the buy. I don't know where is your stop loss. I wish that you will get your boom, but I don't see any logic here to take the buy. I don't see, okay? But of course, as you are in a trade, I wish that you will get your boom, brother. I hope so. I can check the video again later. Okay, Jamie, that's cool, brother. I know my English is sometimes it make you guys like so disgusting. Okay, it feel you feel guys like disgusting. This guy is just yeah, his accent is like disgusting. But uh, I'm trying to improve my English, brothers. Trust me, man. Every day I'm just trying to improve it a bit, at least a bit. Stopped out. Oh, okay, Theo. I hope that your stop loss was a very small stop loss, brother. I wish it was a small stop loss. For example, 50-minute candle, Thursday 9:30 is an order block, correct? 50-minute candle, Thursday 9:30. Yes, that is the order block. It has traded the last fair value gap and the next body when it has closed above this order block or the candle high, which is actually this candle, which has closed above this candle, it has been validated as an order block. Okay, that was the order block from the Thursday's price action. Just let me check if it has traded the 50% of that order block as well. Okay, it has also traded the mean threshold of that order block and then went higher. It was a perfect order block. I will start to look for buy from now. Anytime it will provide me any buying opportunity, I will take the buy until this gap is not broken. So if this last five looker from 1 minute chart is broken, I will try to think about a sell for this sell side liquidity. Remember, we were bullish until this last five gap. There was no buying opportunity here. I didn't take any buy. No sell is valid until it is not broken. Of course, there could be some kind of sell if there was an opportunity from 22 IT model. There was no, I didn't take any sell. There's an order block entry, I showed you that. And now we'll see that if it can provide me another buying opportunity after trading this gap. If this gap is broken from 1 minute chart, I will start to think about some kind of sell for this clean lows. There is some kind of clean lows. Any kind of buying opportunity from here, I'll take that buy. Apex not for me. I traded 4 micros in 1 hour and they said I traded 1600 contracts in 20 seconds. That's bad. That's really bad. Brother, don't put yourself down like that. I'm here to learn, and to be honest with you, I don't care if your English is bad. If I can understand what you are communicating, I'm all good. Thank you, brother, for that big compliment and for that big support. I really appreciate it, man. You're most welcome, Jamie. Your English is fine. If you can understand, I'm happy. Until you are understanding what I'm trying to say, I'm happy. But yeah, still I'm trying actually to improve my English. And I guess you guys will notice that because like 1 year ago, the way I was talking, it's been improved. Okay, like a bit, but improved. That crazy, man. Those people are watching this market from here. You have to look the market from there. Have to look for the market from here. It came from there to until here, which is the last fair value gap. Remember what did I say? Let me remove this one. This is the last fair value gap, the strongest fair value gap ever. It has the power to stop the market, send it lower again. I mean, let her go until here, let her fall until here. This is the gap. It has that power because above this gap you have the liquidity and the all-time high. This is the real last fair value gap. Until this gap, every other last fair value gap, either it will give you some kind of reaction or some kind of liquidity taking run. But this is the gap which can make the reversal. You watch the last fair value gap concept, it will be clear to you by the way. So now I'm watching this clean lows from 15-minute chart. Okay, this clean lows, if it can reach over here for this clean lows, it's not a bearish market yet. Still nobody has closed below this last fair value gap. Not interested to catch that fall or the falling knife after that bit what's consolidation. If it keep falling, I'll let him go. No worries, I am not interested to catch it. If it clear this sell side liquidity without giving me any entry opportunity, that has to be created below this last fair value gap. What do you mean by that? It will come here, it will be consolidate a bit, take the liquidity, market structure shift, fair value gap, trade. If it happens, I'll take that trade. If it doesn't happen, I'll let him fall. When it will clear this sell side liquidity, which is clean lows, either both from the 15-minute chart, 1 minute chart, I will start to look for buy again. So far, I don't have any 22 YT model today, just the order block trade. I will show you the order block entry against if there is any, but we'll go only for the 22 YT model. But order block is something a part of 22 YT model. That is why I'm just showing them to you. But I worked specifically for the order block before 22 YT model 3 to 4 months, if I'm not wrong. Practice makes perfect. Thank you, brother. By the way, guys, please don't forget to leave a like. Okay, I have no idea how many likes did I get. 116 people watching, 62 likes. If you don't mind, can you please push the like button? Let me see how many of that bullish. So 59% people were right. Uh, there are so beautiful order block opportunities to take the buy. Bearish was 20%. If you were waiting with me until this last fair value gap, I believe that you got some boom as well from this last fair value gap. Those people who are looking for bearish, no bias was 21%. I was with the bullish people, so I was actually looking for the buy run. Where you can see this is the opening around 9:30, and this market actually came this area where it was obviously it should come over there. So I'm very happy because my bias was right. And there was an opportunity from 22 YT model, not 22 YT model, but the order block. I didn't get the opportunity. I didn't take the trade. I will wait for the liquidity to be cleared. Then we'll see if it can provide any kind of buying opportunity. Otherwise, without clear this liquidity, if it went a bit higher, any kind of selling opportunity below this last fair value gap, I'll take that sell. Come on, baby, you know I'm falling on the dance floor. Was there any 22 white model today? Not even a single perfect 22 white model was here by today's price action until now. Not even a single 22 white model until now. Your job is to look for these specific things. Look, market is not reversing or like reacting from a random level. Those people are looking for sell here. Can you find out the problem? It can reverse from there. Yeah, of course it can do that. There is nothing wrong, but 100% of the time it doesn't do that. Million out of million of the times, sometimes it happens. But rest 99.99.99% it happens from the specific level. And this is what I'm showing you for near about 2 years now. So 1st of October, it's gonna be 2 years for my live streaming. Almost 2 years actually. I started uh, the live streaming around 1st of October 2023. So it's gonna be 2 years exactly on 1st of October, and I'm showing you the specific thing for 2 years now. Every day, every day, every day. Remember what did I say? Without clear this liquidity, it has to make at least one swing high. It has to clear that swing high. Then it has to give me the lower market structure shift below that last parallel gap. Then and only then I'm able to look for a sell. Otherwise, no sell is valid to me. If it doesn't do that, I don't care. I'm not going to take that trade. Trading is 90% waiting, 10% execution. In a day, don't wait for the setup for the whole day. Stay in front of your chart maximum 2 to 3 hours. That should be the maximum. You should stay in front of the chart. No, brother, I would love to study. Do it as an hindsight. That means after the closing the market, come back and see what happened. Just to see what happened in that specific day. If you are the beginner. Otherwise, you will feel like, oh man, I'm in front of my chart. I have to do something. So trading means have to do something. No, trading means don't do anything. That means trading. Don't do anything. Wait, wait, and wait. Wait, wait, and wait. Wait, wait, and wait. Keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting. It's not means push the button. If it takes clean blows, isn't it MSS? No, it's not MSS. 2 more years, I hope to go. I hope to go. We'll see, brother. So finally, market has cleared the liquidity. Remember the buy side liquidity, it has built a high, which is not a perfect swing high, but so far it has cleared the swing high, which is a liquidity taken. Now, I wouldn't say that it's a liquidity taken if I have seen that this market tapped to the new week opening gap high. As you can see, it didn't tap it, right? It's a random level so far. It's a very random level. Yeah, it is trading the water block, but as the liquidity is here, I'm still thinking this is random. This is very random. So I am more interested to frame a sell now until this sell side liquidity, all depending on the liquidity. If I can partial something around to the top of this new week opening gap. So if my entry is above this area, I'll try to take that sell. So if it is the entry is above 81, which is here 81, above this area, above this candle open, I'll try to take that sell. if 8:56 a.m. candle, if 8:56 a.m. candle, okay, I think you are talking about here. If it is a market structure shift, there is a sniper line. Okay, I told you that it's a market structure shift, not the perfect one. We can't use this one. And as I showed you the entry gap and the last fair value gap, it is the market structure shift, not the perfect one. Why? Because after making the swing high, it has built one swing high, two swing high, three swing high, four swing high. Not this one. Uh, Not the perfect swing high actually. So at least four swing high has been built after building either this swing high or that swing high. So in this type of situation, you can't take the entry from the entry gap, even though it didn't reach over here. In that type of situation, you can use the order block to take that buy. Other way, that is not the perfect model. Actually. So far, there is a single swing low which is valid for shifting market structure, which is over here actually. So except this one, there is no swing low which is valid for shifting market structure. I have already got the liquidity taken here. Liquidity has been cleared here. Liquidity taken done. That is the valid swing low for shifting market structure here. So let's see how it is going to work over here. Not the best. Remember, it is not the best, but kind of order block here. Not the best because I'm going to use the inverse gap here. Again, it's not the best, but a order block that is logical. Stop loss same, two tick above the order block. So one, two tick. Partial should be to the top of this new day opening gap. Oh, sorry, new week opening gap, which is 861. Remember, 861 should be the partial. If I'm not wrong, that should again. This is not the perfect order block. I believe it's an order block, but not the perfect one. I'm just trying to show you the logic here. And target should be this relatively equal lows, not exactly here until here. This should be the target from this order block. Here I'm going to use this last fair value gap as the inverse way. So it has came back again to this last fair value gap, which is actually the first presented gap, one of the best gap, right? This is the consecutive candle that has traded this first presented fair value gap. Market has closed below this consecutive candle. It's gonna be my order block. Stop loss is going to be 2 tick above this candle. So it's gonna be here. This should be the partial. Why this should be the partial? Because this is the new week opening gap high. Just because of that, it should be the partial. And the target should be this line, or you can just put it here below that sell side liquidity. Isn't chasing the market? Brother, I'm not chasing the market. Look over here, what happened? I was waiting for the liquidity taken. Did market take the liquidity? 100% it has taken the liquidity. So it's not chasing the market. But brother, if there is no 22 item, that's why I'm not pushing the button. I'm just observing this order block. But here the partial level is very small. I know that it's not even 1:1. It's just 14 handle one tick, but I have no other choice here. I have to take the partial over here. Just learn it, okay, man. I have no idea, brother. How can I tell you that how to learn? But remember, it's not something that it's gonna work 100% of the time. It don't think like that way. Don't think like that. It's gonna work 100% of the time. Something probability. We are playing with the probability. It's the game of the probability. Most sensitive candle has been traded here. The most sensitive order block, by the way. That was a random level. Remember? It was a perfect random level. It is also a perfect random level. Why? The high of the new week opening gap is an level what can stop the market, send it higher again. But this area, no, it doesn't have the power. So why it reversed? Just to take some liquidity so that you will be able to enter into this trade. Just because of that. No activation fees, brother. Ibrahim, there is no activation fees from our Blue Guardian futures. Absolutely. It's kind of manual intervention. Brother, there is no 22 IT model. Unfortunately, today's morning session, I don't have any 22 IT model. I had only maybe 4 water blocks so far, 1 breaker block. That's all I had. So 22 IT model, no, I didn't push the button simple. Is there activation fees for Bullnox? No, there is no activation fees for Bullnox. Oh, Bullnox. Yeah, I think it has some kind of activation fees. I think it has some activation fees. Don't get confused by that small volatility. It's because of its 11:30. Okay, so 11:30 new 15-minute candle open went higher to the manipulation. Now it should tap to the high of this 15-minute or to 7 the bullish fair value gap. This is just the volatility around the middle of the hour or the new 15-minute candle open. Okay. So by the next two candle, it should tap to the high of the new week opening gap. By the next two candle. Come on, baby, all night, Friday night, all you night. Hit the dance floor, hit the dance floor. I want you, baby. Baby, I don't want you. Come tonight. If I were you, my partial level are here, not there actually. 855 would be my partial level. 855. That would be my partial. By the way, I'm not saying to do that same for you. Remember, that should be your partial. Why? That is the high of the new week opening gap. That should be the partial. But yeah, if I were in this trade or if I were trading this market, that would be my entry. That would be my partial here, which is the 50% of this new week opening gap, and I would hold the trade until there. But here, as I'm working with lot of naysayers, okay, some of them are naysayers here, they will join, so I would love to go with the best best case of scenario. Remember the stop, that should be my partial. Okay, see, it tapped to the 50% of this new week opening gap, 50% on my right hand side. That should be my partial. Stop loss, now I'm not saying any of you to do that, but my stop loss would be exactly over here, just covering that week 50%. There is an immediate rebalance week, I'm working with this immediate rebalance week, so that should cover the 50% of this immediate rebalance week. See you, Sujivan. I'm also going to close the trade actually, guys, but I hope that you guys got the point over here. And yeah, I believe that some of you who has taken the trade got some profit. I believe so. Mm, if you really got it, I'm really happy, brother. If you didn't, then hold, just be patient. Then don't just enter into the market because you're feeling it is falling and you are going to miss the trade. Don't think like that way. You will get your opportunity. Market will give it to you. When it will provide you that, take that opportunity. Build some money. If anyone have any question, let me know. Otherwise, I'm really done. Okay. So I believe that I have explained a lot of things here, which is informative, and of course, they will help you to understand this market a bit. In short, I would love to go for the today's price action before closing this. In the meantime, if you have the question, let me know. Otherwise, I'll close. Okay. So this is the weekly chart. If you remember, I was interested to look for buy only. No TGIF was valid to me. The reason is this was an indecisive candle, small body, long wick. So no TGIF is valid to me. That was the daily chart. If you remember, I told in that specific days, this is that bullish gap that should hold the market. More importantly, the 50% body came until this discount wick upper quadrant here. Then this market went higher, came until here. I'm more interested to look for the all-time high and here and then finally there. Okay, so it's gonna be bullish market. It's not a bearish market. From the hourly chart, I showed you that I have really nothing over here because it is all bullish candle. I really don't have anything over here, just simply nothing. From 15-minute chart, that was that 50-minute last fair value gap has been traded. We knew that it is going to respect from there high quadrant of that discount week, showed you this gap how it should be unfilled, then this gap should be unfilled, and finally this market left this gap unfilled. Explained these things with live example on Friday PM session. If you were over there, congratulations brother, you have learned something that you are not going to learn from anywhere. As well as market has cleared the sell side liquidity with 15-minute chart SMT with ES around here, give you market structure shift, entry fair value gap, showed you the entry from the order block, 1-minute chart. As well as I don't want to see that this gap is going to be touched. No single candle should touch this gap. Nobody should touch this gap. If it touched to the top, nobody should close below the constant encroachment. If it closed below the constant encroachment, the gap should not be filled 100%. If it do that, it will never go for that all-time high or the next area. It will just keep either consolidating here or it will keep falling. It perfectly left this gap open. Explanation was in Friday PM session live. Okay, so I'm not going to explain all of these things because it will take a lot of time. Fair value gap, trade that fair value gap. Same thing, consecutive order block. There can't be anything more beautiful than this reaction. Look at the bodies, how it has been reacted. The order block, after trading this order block, that was midnight overrun. This was the midnight overrun. So finally market came here. This is the opening. I told that if it fall, first I would love to see it will fall and trade this line and then it will go higher. If it doesn't do that, on my right hand side you can see that was the new week opening gap. Okay, so here I'm talking here and here on my right hand side, same area, that was the low of that new week opening gap. So if it doesn't do that, this liquidity will be left open until the next time there is any kind of buying opportunity. I'll take that buy from here. Coming in 1-minute chart now, I was looking for the buy. Unfortunately, there was no opportunity, no 22 YT model. I was bullish until where? Last fair value gap from the 15-minute chart. More importantly, here, this is the last fair value gap. This is the all-time high for the buy side liquidity. Below this buy side liquidity, this is the only last fair value gap, that is the most important gap. Remember, came to this gap here on my 1-minute chart. I showed you a buy from here, from that order block. I showed you buy from the breaker block. Then I talked about this sell. I told you this is the best order block if your bias is bearish. All of this fall, I'm not interested to do anything. Nothing is important over here. I can't use this whole fall for any kind of logical area to take the sell. No sell is valid to me, all of this area. Finally, well, when the market has closed below this last fair value gap, I showed you or told you, first it has to take some kind of liquidity which has been cleared over here. Not the best, but as the first presented gap has been inversed, this is kind of an order block. You have to take the entry from there. You have to take some partial here. That should be your target, which is 30 handle. Perfect, boom. After coming here, I will start to look for buy again. The best case of scenario, it will tap to this minus 1.5 standard deviation. As well as you can see, there is a new day opening gap, there is a new week opening gap. Any of them will hold the market. but above all of this area around the PM session, around the PM session, around the PM session, any of this buy above this box is my valid buy. Above this box, I can just consider a bit here, a bit. Okay, this is very risky, but bit. I can use the consequent encroachment here. So any kind of buy above this consequent encroachment is valid to me. The best is above this box. High of the new week opening gap, low is minus 1.5 standard deviation. So it has left that clean lows over here. If you don't forget, that has been cleared. Nothing left over here. It should go for that all-time high. And finally this line. So I'm more interested to look for buy now. I'm done for selling. No single sell is valid. So before, while it came here to this last parallel gap, there was a valid sell until this clean lows. When the clean lows has been cleared, there is not even a single low is valid today. If it keep falling, I don't give a shit. I will keep looking for the buying opportunity. And see this buy side liquidity here from 1 minute chart. That was the buy side liquidity. Then you have some buy side liquidity, I believe. Okay, it is actually not possible to show you from 1 minute chart. Okay, it's possible. The buy side liquidity here, the buy side liquidity there. See this buy side liquidity here. All of this buy side liquidity is my interest to take. That is my interest. Okay, so no more sell is valid to me. If it fall around the lunch hour, so I'll let the market to do whatever it wants to do inside the lunch hour. After the lunch hour, I'm interested to take the buy if and only if this market is above this box. There is a buy, I don't care. There is a buy, I don't care. There is a buy, I don't care. I'm only care the buy above this box. Market is below this box, which is aligned with new week opening gap, new day opening gap, and the minus 1.5 standard deviation. Market is below this area. I'm not interested to take any kind of buy. I need to wait for the market to reach above this area. If it doesn't do that, okay, I'm done for today. No trade day for me. I'm okay with that. Thank you guys for getting me. I believe that nobody has any question because I explained a lot. So I hope PM session Trump is going to speak, man. Why today? He's going to speak. Be careful then. By the way, Sachin, today there was no 22 IT model. We had only order block opportunity. Okay, so one breaker block, four order block. That's all we had. I'm sorry because there was no 22 IT model, at least not for me. That was the only opportunity from here. Still, you can see a bit messy price action. So I'm not interested to. So let's say if around the PM session, if there is any 22 IT model above this area, to look for the buy. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the masterclass. You're most welcome, Jamie. That's did you say? That's my okay. The time payment, right? So, okay, I think you guys are talking about. Is it any video on 22 model? Go to the study folder. Every single video is according to 22 IT model. Inside study folder, every video is about this 22 IT model. Everything is about this 22 IT model, brother. Everything, okay. So thank you guys. Thank you, Mahdi, for sharing the Discord. So see you guys on Monday. If there is anything good, like like around the PM session. I'm not a PM session streamer. So if there is something I have to say, then I'll come. Otherwise, see you tomorrow. Until then, cheers, guys.